Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Spawn Trap Podcast, the only podcast where, if it were up to us, you would be nominated for every Game of the Year award.
Yes.
I'm Till, I'm joined by Lumi.
Hello, everyone.
We actually just did a sort of like me and Court just recorded a sort of Game Awards predictions thing, just because there's been so many great games this year that
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's hard to determine like what's going to be nominated. So I mean this is spoilers for the last podcast, but you probably have seen it already by the time you're watching this. So just recapping Lumi here. We got pretty much what we settled on here is our our predictions for the 6 nominations, and then we have the rest of like the pretty much it's like Metacritic, whatever's been ranked 80 and above. I took all of those games, which is 147 games, and we just went through them all. So
yeah,
basically our deciding list is Player Obscure Expedition 33, Silent Hill F, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Ghost of GOTY, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Hades 2. Now, I don't know about you, where you fall on this. We have a lot of other contenders in the list here. But what would you change from this predictions here? Granted, we're recording this before Monday, where they're going to be announcing what the nominations are. So, your thoughts?
No, yeah, I agree. Definitely number one. I could just be biased because I played Expedition. I didn't play any of the other games, but I have heard that they're really good. Expedition 33 is definitely number one for me. I really think it's a high contender for Game of the Year. Silksong definitely, just based on like what I've heard, and Hades as well, and Ghost of GOTY. So I definitely agree with both of you with all those.
I was the one who pitched for Donkey Kong Bonanza at the beginning of the year because it's pretty much my game of the year. So, but I would have been open to Court fighting for me to remove that from the list, just because I know like all these other games are really good. But she did not fight me, so Donkey Kong Bonanza stays.
Yeah, I don't think I would remove anything. I heard that apparently Silksong was really, really hard.
Yeah, I've heard
but
that.
Otherwise, it was a good game.
I would usually ask what I normally ask is what we've been playing. I don't know if we have time for that, but I don't know. Do you want to mention what you've been playing at all?
Well, honestly, you know what? I haven't really been playing anything, but I have Dispatch on my list. That's my next game to play. I have it downloaded. I just haven't been on it yet. But Dispatch is my go-to game right now.
Cool, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been hearing good things. So looking forward to that. I haven't been watching any gameplay of it. I feel like I should, because everybody's playing that game, and I'm assuming it's like a Telltale thing where everybody's story is different. So I'm curious to see what that's about. And also the cast is great.
One of my favorite YouTubers is does a voice acting on it. Moist Critical. I don't know if you heard of him.
I was just gonna guess if that was it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm aware of Moist Critical. Yes. Of Charlie, right? His name.
Charlie. Yeah.
I asked you for some. I don't know. Do you want to start with fun stuff, or do you want to start with doom and gloom in the gaming industry?
Let's do doom and gloom first, and then finish with fun.
We're all, guess what? There's plenty of doom and gloom. So we're gonna be hit hard with stuff right now. I have these in categories. That's how much of doom and gloom there is. We got EA stuff. We got Ubisoft stuff. We got Microsoft stuff. I literally titled these stuff. We got Rockstar stuff, Amazon stuff, Netflix stuff, Square Enix stuff, Nintendo stuff, PlayStation stuff, which is mostly the Nintendo and PlayStation stuff isn't really doom and gloom. It's just there's just a few different stories, and then there's other AI stuff and
Yeah.
TwitchCon stuff, which is
Oh yeah. God, just bad stuff all around. What is going on?
Where do you want to start?
Let's talk about TwitchCon.
You want to talk about TwitchCon? We can. I cannot speak right now. Sure. How much are you aware of what's happened at TwitchCon?
So okay, so are we talking about the story of what was the girl, the Twitch streamer who
Emaru.
was kind of a yeah.
Yeah.
I saw videos. I saw a little bit of her like response to it because she was talking about everything, like the bodyguards and everything. I heard that Twitch did not do shit. And that's really the gist of like what I got.
I can pretty much summarize what I've been following, and I'm sure her fans and stuff, and anybody close to the situation can correct me if you're listening to this. But I'm hold on, I'm lost on stuff right now. I just gotta bring up. Okay. This is a streamer that I've been following a little bit more recently. I used to just be watching Twitch all the time. I don't anymore. I'm pretty much on YouTube all the time, but I've been like catching like Twitch content clipped out on YouTube. But I've been following this streamer for a bit. Earlier this year, she did explain in her video like I think it was last year, right? She was there was a stalker situation at TwitchCon last year. She had a bodyguard that she like her like favorite bodyguard basically hold this person in place who was trying to do something at the convention because Twitch wouldn't do anything, and so he held them there until like police arrived. Twitch responded to that saying, "Oh, the bodyguard is banned from our convention."
Yeah.
So she couldn't bring her own bodyguard. Then I think later she was doing like this stream with other streamers where it was basically, I think it was like a week-long thing. Those same streamers, I think they just wrapped up like a follow-up to that right now. But they were like out in public. I think they're at like some sort of I don't know. They're like at some sort of public place, and there's this other stalker there, like being pushy and asking for her number. And when everybody's like pushing back, he got very aggressive, threatened to kill everybody there. They had to cut the stream off and get the police involved and everything. And there's been all these stories and everything about so many streamers saying they don't want to go to TwitchCon because they think it's unsafe, and they gave this huge list of reasons. And so Twitch kept responding to that saying, listen, we're doing everything in our power to make sure that Twitch is safe, so you have our guarantee. Emaru is one of those people saying like, I'm like worried, and Twitch giving her reassurance, you're going to be safe. So she asked, okay, can I bring my bodyguard? No, he's still banned. Like, okay, can so Twitch responded like, we're gonna have our own bodyguards and stuff, but I think she still had a bodyguard at this year's convention. With all of that piling up and like this whole like back and forth with them. Also, she said like she wasn't sure she wanted to go. Twitch reassuring her, and she's saying, okay, I'm gonna go, and then them saying you have to do a signing and meet and greet, like you're required to do it. So she was
that too, I think.
Yeah, so she's basically like put into the situation where she already feels unsafe. They're not giving her that much reassurance that she's going to be safe, and they're forcing her into this situation where she is like not safe. And so lo and behold, what happened? Someone walked through They somehow walked through all of like the panel lines,
Mm-hmm.
got through up to her, assaulted her. Twitch security did nothing. Her own bodyguard came in and shoved the guy who looked
Mm-hmm.
like he was like about to like swing at her with something. Like if that bodyguard wasn't there and he had something, things could have got a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Twitch did nothing, and they just let him walk out of the convention. And then their
Mm.
response afterward was, "Oh, what happened? Oh, we weren't watching." And then, anyways, let's go on. Let's go back to doing other stuff. And then, after they'd been getting like some pushback, they're like, "Okay, we're going to ban him from Twitch for 30 days."
Mm-hmm.
The hell is that? And their follow-up responses since then have been just terrible. Like, it's so much worse than
Really,
that.
just a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it's they don't care. They're not doing anything, and the whole conversation about like um legal action being taken place, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Sue them, sue them as much as you can. My
Yes.
my concern is that Twitch is part of Amazon, and it's the part of Amazon that Amazon doesn't want.
Mm.
So this could be the thing if there is legal action that takes place, and if stuff does go not in favor of Twitch, Amazon could just be like this would be the straw saying like, why are we bothering with you still? Let's just
Mm.
close it down. Let's just shut this experiment down.
Yeah.
So I'm really concerned that's gonna happen, but at the same time they need to be held accountable.
They do. Like, it's not even just for future, like
Hmm.
for anyone else. Like, have you not learned anything from what was her name? Christina Grimmie,
Yeah,
and what happened to her? Like, how have we not learned from that? Like, it's way too easy to get to people. Like, it's
that
way too easy. He
yeah.
should not have been able to get her that easy.
The Christina Grimmie situation, like it still comes up in my mind every once in a while. It's just like I can't believe that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. For those who don't know, she was a very popular singer and YouTube content creator, and she was also doing it sort of like a signing and meet and greet, and this some crazy person just came up and shot her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's yeah, insane. Um, yeah, so not a great start to the stories of this podcast. Dan Clancy's response has been shit. Um, so and I as soon as I said that, I gotta remind myself when we do these podcasts, I gotta remember not to curse as much because then I have to put an explicit warning on our podcast, and I think it performs worse. But I don't think it really
Mm-hmm.
matters. Nobody's listening to this except you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah,
um,
thank you.
yeah. Anyway, that's the TwitchCon stuff in a nutshell, as far as like my knowledge of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what
Yeah,
else?
that's basically just of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, like all those people are telling people, hey, don't ever go to another TwitchCon. I'm never going to be there. Like it was their last TwitchCon ever. So I don't see how Twitch recovers from that, or how TwitchCon as a convention recovers from that. The other
Yeah,
side,
this honestly, it really messed with them because I even after this, a lot of people started. I mean, I feel like a lot of people were moving away from Twitch anyway. But I think with this, even more people have just said goodbye to Twitch, and I've seen at least people that I used to follow streaming. They've all moved to YouTube now. I rarely ever see them on Twitch.
yeah, that's interesting. I see more people multi-streaming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other side of it is there's like, you know, when you can't go to Twitch or YouTube, there's one place where all of the horrible people go, and right now that's Kick. And so when you have all of the horrible people in one place, and they don't have a big convention like TwitchCon, you can imagine what happened. The other big thing at TwitchCon was just all those annoying kick streamers came in and just started um like disrupting the entire event and just causing problems for people.
Yeah.
Those yeah, there's also an annoying side of it. So you're gonna have that stuff too. It's just like I don't know if that's a convention worth going to anymore.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, well, if you want more doom and gloom,
Yes, bring it on. We love the
take
team.
take your pick. EA, Ubisoft, Microsoft, Rockstar, Amazon, Netflix, Square Enix, or other.
Let's talk about Rockstar, especially now with GTA being pushed to November
I
of
think I
next
have
year.
I think I have things in order here, and this is probably not all of it, but I'll try my best. And I also might need to be refreshed on some stuff, not just for Rockstar, but for all of these topics here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's start with Jason Schreier on Blue Sky. This was on October 31st. Breaking yesterday, Grand Theft Auto 6 maker Rockstar Games fired dozens of people, all of whom were involved in union efforts. A British union calls it blatant and ruthless union busting. Take-Two Interactive says it was due to misconduct. And I don't have a Bloomberg subscription, but I think there's just been like follow up from this. SAG-AFTRA responds, says they stand in solidarity with the IWGB, that's Game Workers Union in the UK, I believe. And then there's also Grand Theft Auto Studio accused of union busting after sacking workers. This is a follow up on November 6th at BBC. So there's a response from the union here. So yeah, this is why I shared this. So there was protests outside of the Take-Two offices, for several days, I believe. I think they've done a few different days of protests. Um, and so they've said they described it as the most blatant and ruthless act of union busting in the history of the games industry. They also said last week we took action against a small number of individuals who were. Oh, sorry, this is Rockstar's statement. So Rockstar said last week we took action against a small number. They said. I think the number
Small.
was like 30, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 31.
Like there was. Yeah.
Crazy.
Hmm.
Anyway, last week we took action against a small number of individuals who were found to be distributing and discussing confidential information in a public forum, a violation of our company policies. This was in no way related to people's right to join a union or engage in union activities. The statement on the other side is they were discussing union efforts, nothing to do with company secrets.
Yeah. So it's all made up
Yeah.
BS. They just wanted a reason to fire them that wasn't unionizing.
Yeah. I think Microsoft did the same thing on one of their waves of layoffs. Granted,
Mm-hmm.
it's company wide, and Xbox is taking the brunt of it because Xbox is now, like Twitch, a part of the company that Microsoft doesn't see a whole lot of investment in anymore. Now that they're going all in on AI and open AI, so uh, but I know that some of the teams that they fired were part of the union. Granted, because they were part of a union, they got a better break when they were laid off. I think, if I recall, they were still allowed to work for a bit and then find some sort of um exit package kind of thing, like just this typical stuff that unions fight for you if you do lose your job. So
Mm-hmm.
and then uh following that, what a convenient time to announce this. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to launch November 19th. The game has been delayed, and I'm sure all the people who rescheduled their game releases for the fall of next year are super happy about this announcement.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I bet.
um,
so
yeah.
so what does this mean for GTA being a part of the I feel like so November they usually send out to the nominees for Game Awards in November.
Yep.
Was it the third Monday of November? And I think I heard that GTA comes out a few days after the announcements are made. So would it even be? It wouldn't even be a contender for 2026.
That's a great.
So
It's a great question. I am. There's a couple things I would say here. One, it could get delayed again,
hmm
especially
oh,
if they're
definitely.
firing people for trying to unionize. Two,
Yeah.
it Jeff Keighley knows how big of a deal Grand Theft Auto is. Even though
hmm
Rockstar's never really been involved with anything that Jeff Keighley does. Jeff Keighley centers this around the industry. He knows that the industry is revolving around Grand Theft Auto right now. It's
hmm
pretty
hmm
much like Grand Theft Auto's success or failure could revitalize or kill the gaming industry right now. So he is
Yeah.
aware of that. He's going to do something that addresses that. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure he's going to think of something by the time of Game Awards next year.
What does
Um
that even mean? Like,
so possibilities could be delaying the nominations, delaying when the Game Awards is, um maybe considering it for an award for the following year, 2027. Which is not out of the question. I think they've done that before for other games. I think Smash Bros is an example of when they've done that.
hmm, yeah, because it's gonna be a super early contender for 2027 if it's coming out November.
Yeah,
Wow.
and the problem with that is that you could technically he could be like, yeah, it's on this list because it was after our nominations last year. Just like I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Smash Bros Ultimate, or a different Smash Bros game. Um, and so so he's more lenient on that. I think there's also been Fortnite was in some awards category one year when it wasn't the year it was released, and his excuse for that was it doesn't matter that it was released that year or not. It's like if the category like fits, sort of like if this is what people are playing and it deserves that award, then it should be on there. So if GTA is what people are playing in 2027, and they will be playing it in 2027, then it
Yeah.
will be part of the discussion. The problem for in terms of the awards situation would be that it was released so early that people forget about it. Um,
That's the main concern because
yeah,
there could be so many other games that come out that year that are so much better.
Lumi,
That's the risk you're taking.
do you know what game has been top of the sales charts year after year after year after it was first released 3 console generations ago? That was GTA 5.
Oh
I
my
don't think this is
god.
going to be a problem for Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my god. Well, depending on if it fails or not,
Mhm.
right?
That's true. That's true. It could be a major flop.
hmm
We don't know yet, but
And then who
we're hopeful.
knows? Well, I feel like, well, they definitely, I don't know. Deep down, I feel like they probably delayed it because of what's recently happened. They want people a chance to forget about what's going on right now.
That's 100% it. I think they because this is also early to announce a delay. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be November of next year. Okay, so all this stuff was happening. And they just conveniently announced like, oh hey, the game's delayed, and that's kind of taken up the conversation now.
hmm
A result of that, though, is that the union is filing legal claims against Rockstar. I have seen some clips of um, lawmakers stating that they're looking into this. So uh,
Hmm.
hopefully, um, Rockstar is held accountable for this.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I have. I mean, it's still, this is fresh, this is new, and it's ongoing,
Yeah.
so we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
there's not much on.
I think it might cut up.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely early on. Hopefully we get to know more soon, and hopefully it's good news, at least for the people who were fired.
In terms of legal action, well, yeah, I mean, I hope they're all fine and everything, but in terms of like legal action and stuff, I don't think we're gonna get a clear result of that for a while.
Mm. Yeah.
Well, what else do you want to do? EA, Ubisoft, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Square.
Let's talk about Ubisoft. I haven't heard much about it, but I saw where you had posted about Ubisoft being what, sold?
Yeah, that's the most recent thing, but leading up to it, yeah, so Ubisoft announces restructuring proposal. 60 jobs may be at risk. This was back in October 22nd, and this was in the GameIndustry.biz. So, let's just read a quick summary here because I want to get through these. Ubisoft has announced a restructuring proposal for its Finland-based Redlink studio. I think there was one other studio. I might have that here. The proposal aims to align with Ubisoft's global efforts to simplify, reduce costs, and a stronger prioritization and efficiency across the company's worldwide studio network. A maximum of 60 positions could be affected if the proposal is put in place, primarily roles in production and administration. Moving on. Ubisoft Massive, that's the other studio, so Massive, initiates voluntary buyouts. So, this is from Game Developer. Ubisoft has announced another staff reduction across its global network of studios, with today's second culling taking place at Massive Entertainment. I think, yeah, this was around the same time. This is taking form of a voluntary buyout, or as Ubisoft referred to it in a statement to Game Developer, a voluntary career transition program. Basically, we're gonna pay you to be fired. So that's
God.
pretty much it. Um, and then the where we're at today, which is the reason why they're doing this. Ubisoft delays half-year results in their like meeting, like the results meeting. Requests trading suspension. It's been a rumor and not, I mean, it's not so secret information that Ubisoft is looking to sell. So,
Yeah.
back in the days when it was a big thing where it's like, hey, we don't want to be taken over by Vivendi at the time, and now it's which was like buying up their subsidiaries like Gameloft and stuff like that, and they had to fight for that. Now they're just like, maybe we're open to being sold. I don't know. So, yeah, I think that's what's happening here.
It's making sense.
Yeah.
Oh
Also,
man,
Ubisoft is not doing good, I don't think. Like,
no.
they used to be like one of the biggest publishers, and now it's like they're not
Yeah.
doing so good.
Mm-mm. I mean, they were really big. I think the last, I mean, other than Siege, because I feel like Siege has been like that ongoing game that they've been, you know,
Yeah, there's
people still play it.
that. There's that. I want to say, yeah, there's not too many franchises I would say are thriving with Ubisoft right now.
Mm-mm.
They're still making Just Dance games. I guess those are doing good. They would have stopped by
Yeah,
now, right?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what else is their like moneymaker.
Mm-mm.
They've been pushing a lot of live service stuff like Siege that have all failed. And I
Oof.
honestly think that's where their downfall is.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the
Well.
Ubisoft stuff I got.
Okay. What's next?
That's up to you. EA, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Square, Elder.
Let's talk about Netflix. What's going on with Netflix?
Um. Oh, you know what? I don't have Doom and Gloom stuff here. I thought I did. Um. So yeah, there's two things. I only have one here though. First of all, Netflix recently added party games to their uh to like their library of games. So it's mostly been mobile games that you can play. Now they're doing like Jackbox style games that you could play on a TV. So they just launched with a bunch of those games. I think last time we did this podcast, I talked about their AI or not just they have a game with AI with Snoop Dogg. Did we talk about that?
I think I think we might have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then they had like a whole bunch of games announced at the same time as that. So yeah, that's like one of the big things for Netflix. I recently discussed that on my own free video games channel on YouTube if you want to check that out, but I didn't go into depth about it. But they are also making a Crash Bandicoot series, maybe.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
I'm a big Crash Bandicoot fan, and I don't think has there ever been like a Crash Bandicoot cartoon? I don't think.
Not that I know of. Hmm.
I got some stuff to say about Kotaku today. One of them being he better not talk. He can talk.
Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot can talk. That's fine.
he can talk.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Sorry, Zach. I'm fine with Crash Bandicoot talking. It's not like a Link and Zelda situation, you know.
hmm But
Um,
his voice though, the voice is important. What does he sound like?
he sounds like the first ever Crash Bandicoot commercial from PlayStation 1 days where he's talking through a megaphone and shit talking Nintendo. I don't know if you ever remember those commercials, but they were great.
No, no.
Um,
Oh
I
my
don't
god, I don't.
I don't think YouTube videos are playing right now on this browser. I don't know why. Otherwise, it would bring it up. But also, I don't think the audio would share on Discord. But I gotta send them to you if I can find them.
Hmm hmm
I miss 2000s unhinged commercials. The best.
Yeah. Oh my
Um,
god. Wait, I think I vaguely kind of remember it now. But like, please, like, don't give us like a really boring Ryan Reynolds voice acting.
you didn't like him as Detective Pikachu?
It just didn't feel like Pikachu.
Yeah.
It was not Pikachu.
Uh, I don't. Uh, yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't even know if I would watch this to be honest, but I am a big fan of Crash Bandicoot. So, but I don't know. Maybe by the time it comes out, um, if my brother lets my niece watch cartoons, which I don't think he will, we can watch this together. So that was more fun stuff. I thought I had Doom and Gloom for Netflix. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I let you down on the Doom and Gloom there.
Damn it, we love the Doom.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I will say depending on how it looks, maybe I'll give it a shot. But I wasn't really a big Bandicoot fan growing up. I did play games. I just wasn't like, oh yes, love them. you know.
Crash Bandicoot was one of the options. Crash Bandicoot 2, I should say specifically, one of the games that did not make the cut for me on a segment we're gonna have later. So,
Okay.
but that's one game that's not on the list, but it was close. uh, so yeah, that's all I have for Netflix. We got if we want to go through more of the stuff, we got EA,
Yeah.
Microsoft, Amazon, Square, and other.
What's going on with EA now?
Okay. I need to preface this
Okay.
saying that anything that we discuss here, any of our thoughts are our own individual thoughts and opinions. They do not reflect anybody else within Spawn Trap We are our own individual people with our own beliefs and stuff. So I need to make that clear when I start this. There's a whole thing with EA, and I'm surprised this hasn't come up on your radar at all. But they've just been acquired by an investment firm from Saudi Arabia and the Saudi Arabian government, who you may or may not know had been under fire during the last Trump administration for allegedly murdering a man alive and dismembering him, a journalist who was pressing the government about human rights abuses in that country.
Oh.
Also, the other investor, Jared Kushner. So, not a great look.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So yeah, EA acquisition under fire. Wait, sorry?
Yeah, I did hear about this. I completely forgot about it. I think I kind of just like
I mean, it's big news.
That's crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, this is on Game Rant. EA acquisition under fire from U.S. Senate over potential national security risk. 2 U.S. senators have penned a letter speaking out against EA's recent buyout, saying it presents national security risks. The deal made waves across the industry as soon as news broke that it was even a possibility, and now that the company has confirmed it, it hasn't taken long to catch the government's attention. The future of the EA acquisition may now be a bit murkier. I don't think there's any issue with the acquisition. The acquisition is going to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in late September, EA confirmed it was going private in a $55 billion deal, marking the largest leverage buyout in history, not just within the gaming industry. Should regulators approve, the video game giant will be 100% owned by a private investor group, including private equity funds Silver Lake and Affinity Partners and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. While it isn't the first time the PIF has invested heavily in a gaming company, they have their hands in a whole bunch of different companies, including Nintendo. Its involvement in the deal quickly drew scrutiny from some officials. We don't have to go over all of that, but yeah, it's just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Not only that, to make matters worse, EA partners with the company behind Stable Diffusion to make games with AI. The company believes it can speed up development with new tools. This is from Engadget. EA has announced that a new partnership with Stability AI, the creators of AI image generation tool Stable Diffusion. The company will co-develop transformative AI models, tools, and workflows for the game developer with the hopes of speeding up development while maintaining quality. Also, this means fewer jobs.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
But positive side from this is they're going to realize real quick how much of a pain this is going to affect them, because honestly the reason why companies are doing this is because investors want companies to say, hey, make sure you're doing everything with AI. We just want you to throw in AI into every situation, because that means we make more money, because that's the new tech buzzword right now. It was NFTs at one point. It was, can't remember all the other stuff. And it's just the latest fad. But also this also affects people's jobs. So it's worse than that. But as a result, EA's AI game development tech reportedly causing mistakes, costing more money.
Of course, because AI is not perfect. Technology is not perfect. People obviously think it is.
Yeah.
It's not.
So the result of this is that developers are now they're being forced to have the AI develop code. They can't just develop code on their own. And so when the AI breaks the game, they have to go in and fix what the AI broke.
Yeah. Like,
Just
oh my God. Like it makes no so there are people who use AI for like at least people who do software developing, they
Mhm.
use AI for coding. Sometimes they will give them the wrong code and the person has to go and be like, oh no, that's not correct. This is the way you have to do it. And so
Mhm.
you have to teach AI.
Yeah.
That's the way they learn is by you teaching them. So they think that AI is just like magically gonna know everything and do
Yeah.
everything for them.
Um
Oh.
I honestly think this isn't the only AI story. I mean, every big major publisher is doing this, and they
Mm-hmm.
all have the same wild goals that they're setting on developers. It's been a lot of them just being like, um, use these AI tools so that you teach the AI to replace your job. Like that's pretty much what they're telling people to do.
Oof,
Um,
oof.
and
If I could
it
cuss right, I would.
I know. I mean, you can. I already did it. Um,
Oof.
but the problem is this is gonna happen, and so every major publisher where this is a thing, I don't have faith that any game going forward is going to be good or function properly.
No,
So like
no,
any
because like look at people are already making like music with AI and it's turning out horrible. Like imagine games developed by AI. Like it's not.
Oh, I got something to show you. This is gonna be in a different category. But yeah. Here we go. Um Here's an example of that.
Oh goodness.
This is something somebody posted on Twitter saying like uh games are cooked or whatever because this was all made in AI. Just nothing makes sense in this entire video. Um but also what this turned out to be was somebody made a website. It was just like a click and like a choose your own adventure thing. It prompts three options. You click the one thing and then the video transitions to one of those things. That's what the AI built.
Oh my
So
God.
like using cutters to cut this fence, then this van just like twists right here, and then he
No,
goes
stop.
he goes to shoot this fan. This uh this like scaffolding thing falls. A pipe appears. He just walks over the pipe though, and then goes down a ladder that just appears under the
What did
van.
he? No, what did he do with his legs there?
I
Oh,
know.
that did
And
not look.
this like what is happening here? Just nothing in this video makes any sense at all. Just shooting his teammate in the back of the head. Where'd that laser come from? And this platform appears.
Oh my God. Above ground.
Yeah. And this is what's happening here.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is the future of video games. This
What?
is what
No, this is so ugly. Please, we need to
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, we need to stop.
Yo, that's so ugly.
I know.
I can't like imagine us playing games like that in the future.
No.
Like I would probably give it up. I would give up my controllers.
That's why I'm going
Oh,
back to retro games now. It's just like,
we're going back to Nintendo 64.
yeah.
Ugh.
Anyways, Windows Central says EA says it will keep creative control as $55 billion Saudi-backed takeover looms. No, they won't.
Mm-mm.
That's always
No.
how the statement goes, and it never goes that way.
Yeah, no. You can't trust
Um,
it.
they're gonna have think of all the progressive narrative games that EA has released over the past decade or so. And now think of what the Saudi government and Jared Kushner thinks of that.
Mm.
and how they do not want that to happen. That's creative control is not going to be a thing that EA
No.
has. I guarantee it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. And EA staff are struggling with management, urging them to use AI for just about everything. This is from VGC. Sources claim EA's use of AI tools is creating flawed code, could be leading to layoffs. Which I think is just basically summarizing, hey, use AI for everything, so that way you're teaching it to replace your job. That's pretty much what it is.
That is absolutely wild.
Yeah,
Can't even imagine that. Oh,
insane.
God.
That's the EA stuff I have. I'm just gonna mention this one here because it's in relation. Krafton, the publishers of PUBG, and also more recently acquired the one studio that Microsoft almost did get rid of, but they acquired them. They made the was it like a hit? It's a hit game, like a surprise hit game last year. It was more. I'm blanking on everything. It was like that Dreamcast game.
Oh man. Now I gotta look it up.
I know. I'm looking up too. Anyway, they said they're now an AI first company and will spend $70 million on a GPU cluster to serve as the foundation for accelerating the implementation of agentic AI.
Implementation.
Oh, Tango Gameworks is the studio. So they make so they made Ghostwire Tokyo, but they don't have the rights to that. Microsoft does, and will not give it up. The Evil Within, also same situation. But Hi-Fi Rush is the IP that went with them to Krafton.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, so what do they mean by agentic AI? What is this?
I'm assuming that means generative AI, but I'll look it up. Agentic AI. Don't know what the term means. Artificial intelligence system that can operate autonomously to achieve goals by planning, making decisions, and executing actions with minimal human intervention. Sounds like generative.
So my question is, people, they're gonna spend less money. They're not, because they're not gonna be paying employees. They're just gonna be using AI.
Mm-hmm.
Are people actually gonna be playing games built by AI?
No, it's like the oversight here is that, well, maybe there are some games that use generative AI right now, like I'm the new Arc Raiders, I think is the game called. There's that one game where everything's destructive and they have like a voiceover announcer. I played it once. I can't remember the name of it. But there's more and more of those being released. So they are, but it's minimal implementations of it so far, and it's uses that don't break the game. Also, Fortnite used it with the Darth Vader voice.
Oh yeah.
So most of that so far has been sort of like voiceover stuff, artwork. I don't think anything that specifically breaks code. But now that publishers are pushing for it to replace everything that developers do, I don't think games are going to be released functional. I think everything's going to be broken. People are not going to play those games. I think this is going to sort of kill the industry, but it's short-term profits and what investors want. So, and also what gives the CEOs a bigger bonus because they fired all the employees. They don't have to pay them, and now they get a bigger bonus at the end of the year that they can spend on their third yacht.
So it is more money for the big dogs.
That's pretty much all it is. Yeah, it's just, hey, how can we screw over people to make more money right now for us and the people who are investing in them?
The
Um,
future is really scary right now.
yeah, Microsoft's doing the same thing. Microsoft pushing for profits well above the industry average is reportedly behind Xbox's layoff and cancellation misery. I've been saying this over and over. This is a push from Microsoft. They made this huge investment in Activision Blizzard at a time where it was, hey, we want to acquire the biggest publisher for like this investment into mobile and cloud gaming and stuff like that, which was their reasoning. And then at the time when everything finished, oh hey, the industry's kind of in a decline now, and also nobody cares about that industry anymore. Everybody's just talking about AI. So Microsoft's uses AI in everything now. Any sort of Microsoft software you use has AI in it, and they're forcing Xbox to do the same thing. And this is the reason why there's a push, like more layoffs and everything like that. Um, so the goal is that they want Xbox. So not every individual game or project is expected to hit the 30% mark. So the 30% goal reportedly came into force in autumn 2023. Oh wow, no, actually this was a way back. Microsoft Chief Financial Officer Amy Hood's team took up a more prominent role, with Xbox moving away from a past which Bloomberg sources claim it wasn't doggedly driven by financial metrics as the be all end all. Um, I'm trying to find, yeah, right here. Uh, Bloomberg turned to data analytics firm S&P Global Marketing Intelligence, who put the average profit margin in the games industry at between 17% and 22% in recent years. So 30% is a huge margin to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is why we're seeing Game Pass prices go up and
Yep.
everything else go up. So,
Mm.
I got more stuff about Microsoft, but it's not about layoffs or AI or anything.
Oh wow,
Um,
that's surprising.
Doom designer Sandy Peterson alleges former Xbox boss Don Matrick killed Ensemble Studios and its oh no, this one is never mind, and its Halo MMO to protect its personal stock bonus. This was way back, Xbox 360 days, I think, or Xbox One days. In 2008, Ensemble Studios started planning a gigantic MMO set in the Halo universe. I think I remember this news. Um, we codenamed it Titan. It was to take place tens of thousands of years ago, before the Halos were set off and destroyed all sentient life in the galaxy. Um, Peterson claims that the lowest estimate we and Microsoft had for the game's total income was $1.1 billion, which is a staggering sum for any game to pull in. Oh, here it goes. This is his Twitter post. In 2008, Ensemble Studio started planning. Load up Twitter. I think he's just saying like it was canceled so that the executive at the time could make more money. I was in charge of the universe building, planet histories, alien species. You could play either either as forerunners or their enemies, the Covenant. The Flood, of course, was in the game but not playable. We had quest lines all worked out, homeworlds for all species, etc. The lowest estimate we and Microsoft had for the game's total income was $1.1 billion. It was all brought to naught when Don Matrick realized that his stock bonus was based on the income Microsoft had from games in 3 years. I think this is a full thread that I cannot read because I'm not signed into X and I don't want to. So basically, he didn't want to put all that production costs in and wanted the bigger bonus. That's what Sandy Peterson's saying.
That's annoying. That would have been interesting, honestly, to get.
Yeah, just about to ask, would you play a Halo MMO?
Hell yeah. Damn.
There's a Lego Halo game that was in production that got canceled that I think leaked online. I think the quote is mostly playable, and I
Mostly
kind of want to play it.
Honestly, stream it. Can you stream it?
I don't know if I would get in trouble for doing that.
Yeah, I don't know if you would.
I
That'd be
don't know,
interesting to see.
but I kind of want to play it. Did you see the whole ice thing with Halo? I kind of don't want to bring this up because it pisses me off.
No, I haven't seen.
Okay. So, key members of so this was actually don't have the original story here. I guess I do. GameStop announced that the console wars were over is the first thing because I think Xbox stated that um Halo was coming to PlayStation is the announcement. So the next Halo remake game, Halo Campaign Evolved, is going to be released on both Xbox and PlayStation. So,
Mm-hmm.
GameStop, run by a giant MAGA fan, by the way, who is annoying as hell, and I can't stand the guy, and I'm so glad he sold off the company to a different person in Canada, and now they're rebranding to EB Games because honestly, screw
Mm-hmm.
GameStop. Anyway, GameStop made this
Mm-hmm.
statement that said, "We announced that the console wars are over. The U.S. government did an AI response with Donald Trump as Master Chief doing a salute." And this pissed
I
off
did see it.
everybody at at Halo Studios.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. That caused a bit of a ruckus on Threads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it was fake. I was like, there's absolutely no way that they did that. But seeing as what's like going around now, like people are just government agencies are posting the craziest things that you would never imagine that a government agency would be posting that
Mm-hmm.
now nothing seems like far-fetched to me. Like everything now is like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense that they would
Did you
post
see the
something like that.
Pokemon one?
No.
As it was Ice posting, they're posting videos of them rounding up people,
Oh my
and
god, I cannot.
it was played to the Pokemon theme song, and they're like, "Gotta catch them all."
Yeah. Oh my god.
To which
Oof.
I am hoping, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But I am hoping Nintendo ninjas take action because they take
Mm-hmm.
action for the craziest things.
Everything.
This is a number one thing where it's like, oh hey, the U.S. government
Mm-hmm.
um, illegally used our IP in a way that we don't approve of. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it could be any more clear than that.
Yeah. Especially for political stuff. Because I don't think Nintendo has ever have they ever gotten political?
The closest thing is now in their latest games, they allow you to be non-binary when choosing a character.
Which is crazy that that's even political.
I know,
But
I know. Um, yeah, shit's crazy.
yeah.
I'm gonna jump on Square Enix because it's the same thing. Square Enix hit
Mhm.
by mass layoffs as part of global restructuring, and Square Enix says it wants generative AI to be doing 70% of its QA and debugging by the end of 2027.
Hmm.
So, same garbage.
Yeah. Oof. What is going on in the gaming world, honestly?
It's rich people wanting to be more rich at the expense of everybody else. The same
Yeah.
story that it's been under capitalism.
Always, yeah.
And then Amazon Games is making major layoffs as it shifts focus away from MMOs to its Luna cloud gaming platform. Which you know what? It was I think I crossed over my cloud gaming platforms. I mentioned Netflix earlier with the AI Snoop Dogg thing. It was Luna. It was Amazon, the other big streaming platform.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who's making the AI things. Um, I'll be honest though, the Netflix side of things, it's like a weird situation. It's cool that they're getting into gaming and sort of like expanding that platform and everything, they make the weirdest choices, and they kind of like cut a bunch of like big games from the platform and a lot of jobs and everything. So it's like, what are they really doing? Um, Amazon is also a company I've talked throughout this podcast how much I don't like Amazon and I don't like Twitch, and I still
Mm-hmm.
use their platforms, whatever. Um, their game subscription, I think, is like the one thing I'm like, I unintentionally am getting a good value out of this
Mm-hmm.
because I got Amazon Prime for Amazon Prime. That's like,
Yeah.
I had access to Amazon Video for like a year before I even used it. I'm like, oh yeah, I have this thing. Like, it was just a side
Mm-hmm.
thing. And then they had like those Twitch offers, and like, I guess I'll like claim all this stuff or whatever. Now they're switching to like, oh, here's like just free games you can get or play every month. And it's just like
Mm-hmm.
one or two of these are good games, and then there's all this other extra stuff. But it's like, I've got games like that have been like on my wish list that I just get for free now from Amazon. So it's just like, I'm unintentionally getting a good value out of this when I didn't sign up for the service for the gaming reason, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, at some point I'm gonna be like, maybe I should just stop because because I mean, this is getting crazy.
Yeah.
Even though I'm so conflicted about this stuff because it's like, yeah, I don't want to give them money, but also like, what is that really gonna do? Because they're the biggest company
Mm-hmm.
in the world.
Yeah.
What's that really gonna do? But I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I always say. I'm always wanting to like do stuff like protest. I'm not spending money on them, but then it's like, well, other people are going to, and it's like
It's
annoying.
more so, I feel like it's just the more practical thing is to uh put that pressure on lawmakers and be like, hey,
Yeah.
this company is doing shitty things, do something about it. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe we primary you. Or like, I don't know. I feel like it's more the lawmakers that need to go through the stuff, and we should be voting
Yeah.
for people who take action against the stuff instead of focusing on things that don't matter, like what people identify as or what their genitals look like. Why is that the focus
Exactly.
here?
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the doom and gloom stuff. Now um I got Nintendo stuff, PlayStation stuff, fun stuff, and um the new Steam announcements, the new Valve announcements. I don't know if you saw those, which I guess is fun
No.
stuff.
Yay.
What do you want? Because like, we could stop at any point. It's been an hour.
L-
So like, what do you
Let's.
want?
Well, no, like fine. We can go on.
Okay.
Let's talk about Steam announcements.
Cool. This is like the biggest thing probably. Also, I
Yeah.
was supposed to stream half an hour ago, but I don't care. Um, so it's GameIndustry.biz, although really you can look up Valve's announcement video for this. Valve
Mhm.
announces 3 new Steam hardware devices: the Steam Machine, VR headset, Steam Frame, that's what the VR headset's called, and the new Steam controller. If you remember, way back in the day, Valve wanted to be in the console space and announced that other manufacturers are making Steam consoles called Steam Machines. It was a major failure, but I think for reasons that Stadia was kind of a failure, where it was not marketed properly and it was very confusing. I feel like they kind of made the same mistake back then. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but now Valve made the Steam Deck, and the Steam Deck is very
Mm-hmm.
popular. And so they said, what if we made Steam Deck but other things? Um, so now we got not the sequel to the GameCube, but the new Steam Machine, which kind of looks like a mini fridge or a subwoofer.
A
Um,
mini. Oh my god.
but I'm into it.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh my
I'm sharing
god.
my screen. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
That's
It's
huge.
No, it's actually very small. If you're looking at like the
Oh,
USB ports and stuff like that, I mean, I've seen people like holding it, and it seems very small. It's like a
oh,
mini PC. Um, and yeah, it's not like a giant Xbox Series X.
mhm.
It's gonna be smaller than that. Um,
Hmm.
it's basically the Steam Deck OS and built inside a much more powerful mini PC. So if you're looking for like the Steam Deck as a home console, that's what this is. And this is at a time when Xbox has announced, oh hey, our games are going multi-platform, and also the next console we're developing is going to be maybe more like a PC. And then Valve stepping in and being like, and Xbox kept saying it's going to be a premium experience. It's going to be like it's going to be like a luxury console. So it's going to be like a really expensive next gen console. And Valve saying, or you can have our thing for like much less, and also you can play more than Xbox games on it.
Yo, this could change the game, honestly. I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
I don't think Xbox is very happy about this, but I'm very happy about this
Oh,
and the
yeah.
competition. Here's the thing: I already built one of these things, so it's back there on camera.
Oh my god.
So I don't need this. But if I didn't just build that thing, um,
Yeah.
I would probably get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Honestly, yeah, I'm here for that.
The other thing that they announced is the Steam Frame. It's a VR headset. It sounds like it's not just like connecting to a device. You can actually run games on the headset, um,
Hmm.
which is cool. And then also, I think the big push actually is to not just play VR games, but augmented reality, where you can just wear the headset and just have a big screen in front of you. So like if
Hmm.
you don't have a TV or you want a bigger TV, it's just a virtual TV. And then they have their new Steam controller, which looks, I guess this is the only picture I have. It looks much better than their last Steam controller,
Ooh,
if you remember what that
yeah.
controller looked like. Um, I don't get the
Yeah.
touchpad thing. Like, why are
Um,
we so focused on the touchpad?
well, they're trying to do like a little mouse thing, I guess.
I know, but like the DualSense controller, I feel like is a better uh, like fix for
Yeah, like
this.
we don't.
The touchpad's
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
You don't need
I
two
agree with
giant
because
things down here.
they look so weird, honestly.
You
Like,
know.
yeah,
The
not a fan.
other the other weird thing is that it's a PlayStation style layout where it's got the symmetrical stick layout, but
Hmm.
also the Xbox style buttons.
Okay.
so so it's kind of like a mix between the two.
They really, they really did mix the two. Yeah, yeah. They're like, hey.
I'm
Oh
all
my
for
god, I
this.
don't
This
know.
is really cool. It's just like
Me too.
a really like small mini PC that can play PC games on your TV. I bet like the when I built that thing, I'm like I want a home theater style PC that can play
Hmm.
like so I can act as if it's a console but it's playing PC games. And so I was looking for something like this, and now they're making it. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. And I mean, I play more Steam games anyway than Xbox or anything. So yeah, this is gonna change the game.
Yeah, you're already gonna have a library available for it. So
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
we love to
Um,
hear it.
yeah.
Thank you,
Uh,
Steam.
Thank you, Steam. I don't think this is gonna be a long one. Marvel 1943: Rise of Hydra delayed again, beyond
Oh,
early 2026.
Jesus.
I feel like Marvel games never get a break, but it's mostly like the big budget ones because we've had Marvel Rivals, and there's the new one coming out, the Cosmic Invasion game, and then we have Tokon Fighting Souls coming out.
Mhm.
Um, so those are all cool, but like the big action epic games, I feel like they just all
Mhm.
keep getting canceled or delayed, and
Yeah.
they're not gonna get a break on this.
No.
Anyway, do you want Nintendo, PlayStation, or fun?
Let's do Nintendo.
We're back in the legal sense here. I don't know where I was going with this, but it's the more updates on
Yeah.
the patents and things. The U.S.
Yeah.
Patent Office orders re-examination of Nintendo's character summoning Pokemon patent. Remember before we said Nintendo was patenting the ability to catch Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
and the U.S. government's like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's not like any other
Yeah.
game does this, you know.
Yeah.
I guess there was enough public outrage where they're like, wait, there are other games where you catch things? And now they're looking at this again. So they might lose the
Oh my
patent.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
were
yeah.
really quick to just give Nintendo what they wanted. Like, sure.
They were also denied
Oh,
the patent in Japan.
well, yeah. Yeah, because I feel like because especially Japan knows there's so much stuff out there where it's like
I know.
catching things. It's like, hello.
I think
Oh
they're
my
also
God.
trying to use this as an after the fact sort of win
Hmm.
against Pocket Pair and be like,
Hmm.
well, we own the patent, so you can't use catching things in your game. That's all about catching things.
Hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Wasn't it other things that were included in that though? Like it wasn't just catching things. It was
It was a list. Like you have to be
Mhm.
doing this and then also this and if and
Mhm.
that. But I mean the sense was like, hey, if you're catching things, it's a Pokemon game and we own that
Mhm.
that thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I had another one here, but I think it's the same story. So I think that's all. Oh, I can't play this video. So I apologize, but Austin John Plays has a video about the latest Nintendo Switch update that breaks a bunch of third-party docks, particularly a lot of the
Mhm.
cheaper ones that are more like dongles that they're like kind of like travel ones that you shove into a bag and you can play on like any TV. So the
Mhm.
update kind of like bricks them so they're not usable at all on the Switch too. So just a PSA.
Oh.
Maybe don't use that third party dock on your Switch 2 because it might not work and it might not and I guess some of them have firmware updates and they may just end up breaking them. So but
Oh God.
look it up before you use it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Um and then also Pokopia, which is Nintendo's Pokemon
Animal Crossing.
Animal
Little.
Crossing, Minecraft kind of
Yes.
cozy crafting game. It's going to be Nintendo's
Hey.
first game key card game. So the game's not going to
Oh.
be on the cartridge. It just tells the system to download it.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of forgot how that worked, but I think I can. Yeah. I think I kind of
Basically,
remember.
yeah, basically it's a there's no game on the cartridge itself. When you pop it in the Switch, it tells the Switch, "Hey, download this from the eShop," and then you get a digital version of the game, but you cannot play it like a regular digital purchase. You have to have the card, you have to have the cartridge in your console. So the act
Mhm.
of popping in your cartridge and playing the game is the same as a physical game, but the game's not on the
Mhm.
cartridge. You're actually downloading it. So there's sort of pros and cons for the use of both.
Mhm.
Majority of people online seem to hate this idea, but the reason why I think the last time we talked about this, I didn't have a lot of um, sort of like information on why so many developers are using this.
Mhm.
Because most Switch 2 games that you look at are not on the cartridge. You're just buying like even like digital codes. Uh, some of them are still doing that, but most developers or most publishers, I should say, are using the game key cards. So
Mhm.
Nintendo has been releasing all of their games on a cartridge. So this is the first time they're not doing that. Everybody else, like most games you look at, are on the game key card. There's a few different reasons for that I've heard straight from like other developers and stuff posting this from like interviews online and stuff. And also like just behind the scenes, just people investigating and trying to figure out why. So one is the Nintendo Switch 2 cartridges are supposedly a lot more money than the Nintendo Switch 1 cartridges. The reason is because they start at 64 gigabytes and about $15 to actually produce that cartridge. So if you want to think about, hey, what's a small indie game that might want to be released, and how much those indie games typically are, so they either have the choice, hey, game key card, and people download this game, and you're not putting anything on the cartridge, or you're spending $15 on like a $20 game to be put onto a cartridge. And so you can imagine why so many small indie games are not on the cartridge, and it's not a size thing. It's not like they're going over the 64 gigabytes. It's because of a cost thing. The other reason that I have heard, one publisher said, yeah, we were like, that wasn't, none of that stuff that you're mentioning has been an issue. The reason why we didn't do it, the reason why we did the game key card instead, was because the speed of the game cartridge is too slow. So the game runs faster on the micro SD express card or the Nintendo Switch's SSD, the internal SSD. So, one, they're expensive. Two, they might not offer that much storage. Three, they're not great with performance. So pretty much any way you want to look at it, like, oh yeah, like it's a big, huge game. It's not going to fit on a cartridge. So they want to go to the game key card. That might not be the case. It might just be a performance issue. Or it's like, yeah, it's a small indie game. Why can't they put it on the cartridge? It could be a cost thing, because the cartridges cost so much money. So no matter which way you look at it, pretty much every single reason for a developer to want to look at putting their games on the cartridge, it's just more beneficial to get a game key card, which is the reason why there's so few Switch 2 games that are actually on the cartridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it.
Which just sucks because like nobody's owning their games anymore.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
Yeah. That's all the Nintendo stuff. I have PlayStation stuff. So pretty much there's two new games in popular PlayStation franchises. One is Horizon Steel Frontiers, a new MMO RPG set in the Horizon universe that I'm pretty sure is a mobile game. It doesn't say it in the title, but I'm pretty sure this is a. But don't worry if so more. A game will be cross-platform for mobile and PC. Oh, not PlayStation. It will not be on PlayStation.
Oh, sorry, please.
Why? Don't worry though. There's a new Ratchet and Clank game for mobile.
Oh, yay!
There's new PlayStation mobile games. But also there's a new Death Stranding TV series exclusively on Disney Plus. Which I don't think is
wait a minute.
that thing, but
so Death Stranding as in Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding. Yeah. The game. So Death Stranding Isolations is a working title, streaming exclusively on Disney Plus. This is straight from Kojima Productions. Legendary game creator Hideo Kojima stepped on stage at the Disney Plus Originals preview. I don't know what that is, but I'm surprised I didn't know about that. To announce the animated series Death Stranding Isolations, working title, which will be streaming exclusively on Disney Plus in 2027.
Okay, so it's animated. Okay. That's why I was a little confused. I was like, wait, That doesn't look at all like Death Stranding.
No, it does not.
Okay.
But also, I don't know anything
Okay.
about Death Stranding, I'll be honest. But I know that the one trailer for the Death Stranding 2 had a low frame rate puppet talking. So I don't know what the hell's going on in that game. So I'm not surprised about anything announced for this game, this franchise.
I don't know. I feel like it's random that we got a Death Stranding anime. I feel like, I mean, the game was okay, but it wasn't so. I mean, personally, it wasn't as great to the point where I like finished it because I didn't,
Yeah.
and I definitely didn't get the second one. Like, I don't think it was that like. I don't think people raved about it that much for them to now want to do an anime.
I don't think that's it.
Like,
I think it's
I mean,
just Kojima who just really wants to be in TV and movies. And he's
mm,
making all these friends in the industry, and he has that kind of like power and influence now where he's just like, yeah, I'll make an animated series on one of my franchises.
so like, why Disney Plus?
I don't know. It's just probably one of those deals.
I wish it was like like an arcane kind of thing where like it just went to I don't know. Like I wish it was like very like arcane like, but if it's going to Disney Plus, I don't know. I don't really is it bad that I think depending on which streaming platform they're going to, like base it off of that, whether it's gonna be good or not?
Probably, but I feel
Mm,
like most people feel the same way. I don't
mm-hmm.
care. They're all bad and run by evil corporations. So I don't
Yeah.
care. It does not matter.
Yeah,
Disney's no
that's true.
exception. So yeah, and it doesn't matter to me if it's on Netflix or Amazon or Disney. Um, yeah, just
Yeah.
give me that on demand, let me buy it option, and then
Yeah.
maybe I'll watch it that way.
I don't know. I'm not excited about it. I don't really think I'll be watching it. So
I don't think so either because I've never played the game. So
mhm.
that said, I never played League. Well, I did play League of Legends once, but I not into League of Legends at all, and I loved Arcane season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Yeah, same. Well, season 2 was really great, yeah.
Let's end on some fun stuff. And the big thing that I told you that we were going to do today.
Yeah.
First of all, it's finally happening. I'm getting this thing, the Analog 3D. I got the notice. It's in the mail, or like it's being shipped.
Finally.
I get to play N64 games from when I was a kid in
Yay!
4K. And I hope this isn't just a broken device, but Analog
I
has, as far as I know, Analog has shipped good hardware. They just have bad customer support.
know.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that firsthand now because I'm getting this a year after ordering it. So,
That's wild.
speaking of retro consoles, I want this thing, and I don't like Atari, but I love Pac-Man. And this thing is out now. The Atari 2600 plus Pac-Man edition.
Hmm.
It looks so nostalgic.
It does. Like I don't think I could expect. I feel like yeah, definitely. Hmm.
I
It looks
I
nice.
haven't played an Atari game that has hooked me or that I've loved.
Yeah.
I don't really like Atari games. So it's like, if this was like any other thing.
It looks really nice.
Yeah. It looks like the old like Atari 2600 console, but branded in Pac-Man. So it's just bright yellow and has like Pac-Man imagery everywhere. But also it plays the later Atari console game. So was it 7800? I think this is the last one. So you're not playing the well, I mean you could play the Atari 2600 version of Pac-Man, but
Mhm.
they're releasing, like they're remaking or reproducing the 7800 versions of those games, which are closer to the arcade versions, so they're not dog shit.
Mhm.
Which is like, okay, I would play that and Dig Dug and whatever, but it's like I'm not spending that much money on an entire console for those games. Um
Right.
where like all the other games on the platform I don't really love, but I kind of just I want this thing just because it's Pac-Man.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, it looks beautiful.
I know.
So, how much is it?
I don't know if it says. I know I looked it up. It said, I don't know if this is correct. It says special edition will set you back 169. Actually, that sounds about right. So that would be US pricing.
Okay.
That's, I guess, but it's like it's maybe that you could be paying that for an actual Atari 2600, I think, at like a used game store.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I thought it would be a lot more expensive than that.
For me, I can't justify that though, because it's 169 for a bunch of really old games that are trying to be the the original arcade games but worse.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I brought up the SuperStation One before. That's like the PlayStation One clone console.
mhm.
They're getting their own line of memory cards.
Oh,
Yeah. And I've seen similar ones of
really
these for
cool.
like PS2 and stuff. So I think they just hold a lot larger storage because remember, like back in those days, those memory cards don't hold a whole lot of storage. They didn't really need to,
Yeah.
but like
Mm-mm.
if you're, let's say you have one of these consoles and you have a way to play every single PlayStation game that ever existed, that memory card is going to be full. So
Mm-hmm.
this
Yeah.
is this is a solution to that. And
They
then
look really nice though.
sorry, what?
They look really nice though. Really nostalgic.
I know because like if I cave and end up getting the transparent blue SuperStation, I'm gonna want
Yeah,
that transparent blue memory card.
of course.
Yeah. Speaking of more retro stuff, there has been some new retro handhelds that have been announced. Not just these ones. There's been so many, but I'm not gonna focus on all of them. I'm gonna focus on these major ones here because where was the first one? Yeah, so Retroid announced two gaming handhelds. One is a revamp of their Retroid Pocket 5. So it's called the Retroid G2 because it's using the G2 Gen 2 processor. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a slightly better version of the Retroid Pocket 5 for about the same price. So it's like, okay, cool. You can get the same price one for a better console. But also they announced the Retroid Pocket 6, which is $10 more when they announced like for the pre-order price. $10 more, a better processor, so it could just do more for $10 more.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they release two at the same time?
Who knows?
But if you're thinking that this design is ugly, you're not the only one on the internet. They were forced to redesign it because the backlash was so bad. Like immediately. So they're like, okay, we hear you. You don't like all the buttons on the bottom of the screen like the old PSP days. So
Mm-hmm.
why don't we like move so some of the buttons are moved to the back as they should be. I would
Mm-hmm.
prefer back buttons. Um
Mm-hmm.
but that's not all. A bunch of people were upset that the D-pad was at the top, which was how they typically
What?
design these things. The D-pad goes at the
Yeah.
top. So a lot of people wanted the analog stick at the top. So for the first time ever, they're giving you a choice. You can order this thing with the D-pad on the top or on the bottom. Just
Oh
because
my god.
of how many people complained. I've never seen anything like that.
Like, I love when games kind of like cater to
Yeah.
the people, but at the same time, is it doing too much now?
I don't
But I
I
mean,
just think it's
this kind
crazy. I like that they like gave the option. And I do think
yeah.
this new design is better, but I just think that's insane that happened. Like so many people are like, this is ugly. Also, give us the analog stick at the top, and they're just like,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
Damn.
It's crazy.
You're saved.
I want this thing just because my current retro handheld, um, I kind of regret getting, mostly because the L button doesn't work great,
Mm.
and just a few other things. Like I wish I could perform things better. I kind of regret getting a 4x3 screen when I'm like, oh, I'm only playing retro games. I only need that 4x3 screen. It's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
now I kind of want a wider screen. Um, so I'm like, I was looking at getting a Retroid Pocket 5. I'm like, do I get one of those? And then they announced these. I'm like, oh, should I get this? But also there's the AYN Thor. I don't know if you've seen this. This is
Mm-mm.
dual screen handhelds are like all the rage right now. This is all that anybody's making right
Ooh.
now. So there's just a bunch of dual screen handhelds that are being released all at once. And this is universally like every YouTuber's favorite one right now.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah, and this thing looks awesome. A lot of people aren't getting the black one because fingerprints and it's an all
Mm-hmm.
glass casing. I just think
Mm-hmm.
the black one looks really good, but they also have white, they have an NES style one, they have a clear purple.
Ooh.
Um and I really want this because it's just like, hey, if I was upgrading my 3DS, like if Nintendo made a new one, it would
Mm-hmm.
much be this, but also it can play any other game. so like
Wow.
so I'm like, yeah, I kind of want this, but it might just be I don't know. I don't know if I really need it, you know.
Hmm. And for the price, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, this is the base. So there's a light one that's not as powerful, and then there's the pro. So they show like the performance differences. I think pretty much, where do they show that? Um I know that they have a chart. Yeah, so they have like a chart here showing the specs. Um
Mm-hmm.
so I think like you want to go um I think the pro is like the better performance one, but it's really like how
Mm-hmm.
much power that you want out of it. But
Mm-hmm.
pretty much these do a good job of playing they're running Android, so Android is like the big thing, but they're like showing like a focus on multitasking, like you can play one game on one screen while like looking up guides on another screen. Um
Ooh.
and they can emulate pretty much like most consoles. I think the performance on like PS3 games and Switch games and stuff like that might not be great. But there's like cloud streaming you can do because they got Wi-Fi obviously. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's also there's new emulation there's new like Android tools out there right now where you can try to port games like um lower end PC games to an
Mm-hmm.
Android app, so they run on
Mm-hmm.
Android. So things like Hollow Knight Silksong, people have been able to convert that to Android. So people have been playing Hollow Knight Silksong on these things. Um,
Mm.
so this is really cool. So like I'm kind of like conflicted. If I get another one of these, do I get the Thor? Do I get the Retroid Pocket 6? Because they're both really cool devices. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my retro nerd out right now.
I love them. I like the purple one.
Purple one's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't think I really want to talk about this. PlayStation made some weird commercials.
Oh my god.
They don't talk about PlayStation, they don't showcase the games. Like I saw one of these and I'm like, what even is this commercial? I don't even think it was AI. I think they're just being weird, which honestly I have been asking for, to be fair. I'm like, I miss the unhinged days of early 2000s marketing where you just got like weird commercials that
Mm-hmm.
made no sense. They're bringing that back apparently. So maybe I should watch what I wish for. But I don't think
Be
these will
careful.
play because these are
God.
YouTube, but oh yeah, they are
Mhm.
playing. So
Oh.
there's truck driving, there's the two guys walking, like desert, there's a giant spaceship behind there, they're trying to hitch a ride, there's this old woman driving. She's just tuning the radio, there's giant dust storm. She just ignores them. PlayStation. Like, that's it.
What
It
is
happens
this?
on place. I don't know.
I
That's
don't
the
think it's even a
ad.
game.
It's not a
Marketing or
game. They're just
But
being weird.
they're just, like, look how great this looks.
Yeah,
You
it's not.
can't get it, but
Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. And then also, here's my other issue with Kotaku. There's the new Mario movie trailer. It looks fine.
hmm
It looks like an animated
hmm
kids movie. I like the first one. I'm looking forward to another one. Kotaku's headline is, "Hang on, why is Mario being such a jerk in the new Super Mario movies trailer?"
Oh my god.
It's a kids movie. This is how they. Also, it's Bowser who was like going to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh
I don't know.
my god.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did. Didn't they play it? In, what was it called? Nintendo Direct?
Yeah,
I think we
there was
watched
a
it too.
direct over it. Yeah,
hmm
they announced Brie Larson's voicing Rosalina, and
Oh.
also another actor is voicing Bowser Jr. I don't know who that actor is. I'm not familiar with them, but apparently it's a big deal.
Do they still have the original voice actors like for Bowser and everyone with Jack
Yeah,
Black?
it's as far as I know. Yeah, actually, Jack Black came out on stage to announce the Bowser Jr. voice actor, like in the
hmm
direct. So yeah,
Wait, I
look
have to
forward to
figure
it.
out who's doing Bowser Jr.
Sure. Yeah,
Oh, Benny Safdie. Where have I seen him?
nothing that I've seen him in, so I don't know.
Oh, he was in Oppenheimer. Oh, okay. I remember him in Oppenheimer.
Do we have
Okay.
time to do our final thing?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your so there's a trend that's been going on
hmm
I think Twitter, but I've seen it like reposted everywhere on Blue Sky. People
hmm
saying like, here are the 10 games to get to know me. Um, so I asked you to put together a list. So
Okay.
I don't know if you photoshopped it like me, because like people were doing the whole Photoshop thing with it, but
Wait, people were photoshopping? Wait,
yeah,
how fancy did this?
the format was, here's a picture of me plastered in the center, and then here's like a shitty like game covers like floating all around my picture of me.
hmm
It's like a really bad Photoshop
Oh,
job. Um, but I can like look up each game. So what are
okay.
10 games to get to know Lumi?
Okay, let me pull up my list. So, I was telling Till earlier that my list is basically it's my top 10 favorite games of all time.
Hmm.
Um, where's my notes app? What in the world? So I'm not gonna say them in any particular order.
Yeah,
So Alan Wake 2 is one of my favorite games.
yeah, it's a more recent game.
Expedition 30. hmm Um, Agent Under Fire. Do you remember that one from the Nintendo GameCube?
I do know the cover. Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Yeah, so that's my favorite James Bond game of all time.
Okay,
Um,
I'm not.
Resident Evil 8.
I'm not gonna be able to pull these up quick enough for how how quick you're going.
Oh,
So
oh, let me go. So I didn't know if you were like looking up all one by one.
it's fine. It's fine. If you
Let's do
wanna,
that.
however, whatever pace you wanna do, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll say them and then I'll talk a little bit about them and like why I feel like that game is me.
Sure.
um. So yeah, Agent Under Fire. I grew up playing James Bond games. I think I told you a while ago that I used to grow up watching my dad play James Bond games, and I was like obsessed with like watching him play. I wanted to play it too, but he would never let me because I was too young. Um, and I remember one day I made a drawing of James Bond and I gave it to him as a way of like, hey, please let me play. I made this like really nice drawing for you. and he liked it, and he was like, "Okay, I'll let you play." And like he like would let me play GoldenEye was my first game, James Bond game, and honestly, one of the first games I ever played at like 8 years old. I was playing James Bond, but Agent of Fire is one of my favorite from the franchise. And then I like Resident Evil 8. I love Resident Evil games. I haven't played all of them. But the most recent ones are they're really good. Let's see. Titanfall 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 was a big game for me. I think it's more nostalgic. I have really good memories with that game. And then Silent Hill 2. Not the remake, although I do like the remake. I like the original more. It could be just a nostalgic thing, but I think I replayed that game a few times.
Did it have two
It was really
remakes, or
good.
is there only one remake?
Just the one remake.
Okay, I thought they did it on PS3 as well.
Oh, they could have. I don't know. They might have. So yeah, Silent Hill 2, Stardew Valley. Absolutely love Stardew Valley. That's my cozy game. Also nostalgic. I have good memories with that game too. Persona 5 is also one of my favorites. My brother got me into the whole turn-based game,
Yeah.
I guess. And I think because of Persona 5 is how I got into Expedition 33, which is also one of my top 10. And then Fallout New Vegas. I absolutely love Fallout. Fallout is one of like my top 3 video games of all times, but New Vegas is like my absolute favorite. Also nostalgic. I have really good memories with that game. And then the last one is Helldivers 2. Also
Oh.
I have a lot of good memories with that game. It's just chaos, and I love chaos.
So most of your games are more recent games, I would say. Like
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One, Xbox Series generation. But you have
Mm-hmm.
Agent Under Fire, Silent Hill 2, um,
Mm-hmm.
and Persona 5, I guess you could call it a Vita game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
was 4 on Vita. And then yeah, New
Um.
Vegas, Xbox 360, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
There were a lot more games. Again, it was like a top. It was like a 20.
Mm. I had a 20 as well.
But yeah, these were all the games that I've played like religiously. But there were other games on there like I don't know if you remember the game King Kong. It was based off of the movie. It
The
came on
the
PlayStation.
Xbox 360 launch game?
No, it was
Oh,
PlayStation 2.
it
Yeah.
wasn't. Well, I think it also released on PS2, but it was Peter Jackson's King Kong the movie, the game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Then that was also one of my favorites. I don't know. I feel like these games are me. Most of them are competitive. Most of them are just chaotic, just so random. And then some of them, even though I don't really go for horror games,
Yeah.
the stories are great. And I like games with really good stories. Even if they're scary, I will endure it just for the story.
Do you want to say what some of those other games are, or just move on?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Um, Midnight Club. I grew up playing a lot of racing games. I loved racing games. Um, let's see, Super Mario Sunshine. That's one of my. I think it is my favorite 3D Mario game.
Have you
Um,
revisited since the GameCube?
oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a few times on the Wii. Um, let's see, Halo Reach. I love Halo Reach. Paper Mario
Were you
is
struggling
my favorite.
with which Halo game to add?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, but Halo Reach is the one that I've gone back to quite a few times.
Right. Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then Paper Mario is my favorite Mario game on the 64.
Hmm.
And what else would I say on here is me? I guess no, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was good. I love the story in Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider also did not make my list, but it was close.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, that's it. Those games are definitely me.
I went with the format here. Oh, it's my shitty Photoshop. You'll notice that most of these are GameCube and Xbox 360.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
I have Super Mario 64, and I was debating
Mhm.
between this and Donkey Kong 64 because I would say like personally, I know like most people do not like Donkey Kong 64. I'd say it's actually my preferred game of the two, and I like going back to that one and revisiting it. But Mario
Mhm.
64 is definitely like, oh, that's the first home console that we got. That was the game that we got with it, and that's the game that I played. I put so much time
Mhm.
into. So I feel like I had to pick Mario 64, and I just didn't have room
Mhm.
for Donkey Kong 64 in this list. Um, and I'm surprised that I'm not putting more N64 games on here because that's what I'm definitely nostalgic for. Um,
Mhm.
but the other game that I'm, I'm also nostalgic for, I had to put a Pokemon game on here. And so that
Mhm.
was the start one here. So that's Pokemon Red. And I was debating
Mhm.
between that and Yellow because Yellow was the game I put more time into, mostly
Mhm.
because my cousin taught me how to catch a missing no or missing number in Pokemon Red, and it
Yeah.
glitched my game, and I lost my save. so so Yellow was the game that I beat. It was like the first game I like completely 100%. So that's definitely one I remember the most. But I did start with Red, so I feel like I had to include that. Um,
Mhm.
and then let's see. So I have to put Smash Bros in here because I played every one, but Melee was definitely the one I probably played the most because when it came out, that was just the thing to play. With like
Mhm.
me and my cousins, whenever we got together, we just played that endlessly. So I had to include that. The other game that we also played endlessly was Time Splitters, particularly Future
Mhm.
Perfect, because I think when that game came out, that's when we really got into it. Um,
Mhm.
so it breaks my heart that the the sequel to that game kept getting canceled, and the publishers kept getting um like dissolved and brought back and dissolved again. So it's
Mhm.
like it's been a roller
Mhm.
coaster for me as a Time Splitters fan. But
Mhm.
the game is truly dead now, and I'm coping with it. um, the other GameCube game I have on here is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. And that's because that was the first real Zelda game I played. I had the
Mhm.
collector's edition. I did like tried a bunch of those other games. I did play Ocarina of Time for the first time on that version of that game. Um, but Wind Waker is the one that like hooked me and got me into Zelda, so I definitely had
Mhm.
to include that in here. And pretty much from here, it's mostly Xbox 360 and one games. So
Mhm.
I have Rock Band 3 because I've been into those rhythm games since the first Guitar Hero game. But I
Mhm.
feel like Rock Band is where I transitioned to. I ended up preferring Rock Band over Guitar Hero, and then Rock Band 3 was the one I spent the most time in and replaying. So um, that's the reason why that one's on the list. Fable 2, I spent so much time in Fable 2. Um,
Mm, yeah.
I like that's I want to say that's like one of the like the longest Xbox 360 games I've played. Like not that the game's like particularly long, but there was like so much to do and I just kept returning back to it. So that
Yeah.
was definitely an RPG that hooked me.
Yeah. It's definitely a returnable game. I
Yeah.
love Fable too.
Yeah, and there's also the two different like paths you can take, like evil or good.
Yeah.
And I've never done
Mhm.
the evil path, so like maybe I want to revisit it. I don't know.
Mhm.
I put Assassin's Creed 2. I feel like I could have put Assassin's Creed 1 because I've been a big fan of the franchise since the first game,
Mhm.
but you got to put 2.
Yeah.
You know, for the obvious
Mhm.
reasons. Um
Mhm.
and I was also struggling on a Halo game and
Yeah.
Reach was there. 2 was there because I started with 2, but I didn't have an
Mhm.
Xbox. 2 was the game that I went over my uncle's house and that's when we were playing Halo 2. Or when I
Mhm.
first got an Xbox 360, Halo 2 is backwards compatible, so that's when I got the game and started playing. But it was
Mhm.
in Halo 3 where I got way more into Halo and playing multiplayer and actually played like co-op through the campaign and stuff like that. So I'd say like I would say that this is probably the more definitive Halo game for me, like to get to know
Mhm.
me, like that. It's Halo 3 is probably what I spent a lot of time in. And
Mhm.
then Overwatch 1. I'm not
Of
playing
course.
Overwatch as much anymore, but you know why I
Yeah.
picked Overwatch 1. Um
Yeah.
we spent so much time playing
Mm.
like multiplayer through that, so um
Yeah.
and I miss those days. Those are good days.
Yeah. I was really struggling to put Overwatch on there because I felt like the competitiveness it
Mhm.
is definitely me, but I don't know. Like I felt like all these other games could they just surpassed Overwatch, even though I have a lot of good memories with Overwatch.
Yeah,
Um,
it's mostly the memories for me is why I put
yeah.
that there.
Mhm. Yeah.
I also was gonna include a racing game. So I was gonna put Burnout Revenge because that
Mhm.
was a game I played a lot on the PS2.
Mhm.
Um, I was also gonna put Shadow of the Colossus just because I really love that game for PS2, but
Mhm.
I don't necessarily think when I was like looking at this list, what are the 10 games to know me? I don't know if that really fits that description. As much as
Mhm.
I love that game. Um, I was trying to think of what because I played a lot of PSP when the PSP came out. So I'm like,
Mhm.
what's a PSP game that represents that? And I had White Ball Pulse, which is another racing game, but I'm like, I don't know if that's
Mhm.
really representative. Um, Marvel Ultimate Alliance and Marvel Heroes was almost on there. Um,
Mhm.
because of obviously Marvel. I'm a big Marvel fan. And I do miss those games. There's like rumors of them trying to re-release them, which I'm excited for, but ultimately I don't think that fit with the rest of them. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and then really for the modern stuff, it was gonna be Horizon Forbidden West, which is
Mm.
the more recent game of this list that I recently finished playing last year. And I had such a great time with it and the story and everything. And I know a lot of people kind of like look down on the Horizon games, and some people like compare it to the Zelda games and stuff like that because they get released at the same time every year or every time they do one. Um, but I think it's a little underrated, and I think it's worth checking out. So,
Mhm. That's a good set of games,
hmm
honestly.
also Left 4 Dead 2 was almost on there.
I remember I played that once with you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was you, me, Jordan, and Taco who played it once.
we used to play that a lot
Mhm.
for a period of time, and then we moved on.
Mhm.
You know what's fun though is if you get it on PC, it's usually cheap on Steam sales.
Mhm.
There's so many fun mods you
Oh, I
can
bet.
add to that game. There's,
I bet.
yeah. So yeah, those are the 10 games to get to know us. What are your 10
Well,
games? Let us know in the comments. That's all I have, Lumi.
yeah.
We're done.
I feel like I liked our set of games. I feel like
Hmm
even if it was like a game that we love playing, I feel like a lot of our games to know us, or just games we had really good experiences with, good memories.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, running the podcast there. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you at the Game Awards. Maybe we're still figuring that out.
Yay! Okay.
Bye, everyone.